Hey guys, this is Maximum X Gamer bringing you another review and another unboxing video. This time it's our favourite, the HD PVR2, the gaming edition. I was quite excited when I heard about this new version of the PVR, and as most of you guys who know me, you know that I've done an unboxing and a setup video for the original HD PVR gaming edition, and so I was intrigued when I heard about this new version. As soon as you first see the box and when it was delivered, I couldn't help notice how much smaller the whole thing was. The box is much smaller. The blurb on the side says the HD PVR2 gaming edition has video pass-through for no delay recording. Simply connect your HD PVR2 between your game console and your HD TV set, and your HD PVR2 gaming edition comes with all the cables needed. Okay, so some of the features that this new version boasts is that you can now record your Xbox 360 or the PS3 gameplay in HD. This is full HD 1080p. You can upload and share your games onto YouTube. It now goes through the HDMI, and it can pass through at 1080p real-time pass-through. Side of the box there's lots of technical information, specifically the different resolutions that it records in and the different specs. The main thing is that it records at resolution of up to 1080p for HDMI and 1080i from component video. There is no delay through the HDMI pass-through. The data rate that it records is from 1 to 13.5 megabits per second. The record format is AVCHD is the PS3, MP4 is Xbox 360. On the side of the box it also says the HD PVR2 will not record video from HDMI with HDCP copy protection, which basically is referring to the PS3, which doesn't actually record via the HDMI. If you are recording PS3 gameplay, use the included PS3 component video cables. At the box you've got the 3-pin 6V 1.6 amp power supply. It comes with a USB cable, and it's advised that you use the USB cable that it comes with rather than use your own. There's a HDMI input cable and a HDMI output cable. Again, it's clearly marked, and so you can't really confuse it, but they look, on the face of it, they look like normal HDMI cables. There's the PlayStation 3 component video cable, as you can see here, and this has component cables on one side and a PS3 connector on the other. The last thing in the box is the AV cable, which is for the component cables for the PS3, and then you have the actual box itself, which as you can see is very small and light and takes up half the space as the original. One of the other things I'm loving about this actual HD PVR2 version is the one-click record function, which is now incorporated into the actual box, so you don't need your PC or your laptop to be the recording device. You can actually just press on the actual box and that will record it. One of the most important things is the installation CD-ROM. Although you might have previous HD PVRs, as I did, you definitely need to load the new version, and there's also a quick guide on how to do that. Yeah, so these HD PVR Gaming Edition quick installation guide is very important, and it's definitely worth reading. The setup process is very tricky. Once you grasp the concept, it isn't that difficult, and once you know how certain things should be set up, it isn't that difficult, and in fact, if anything, it's one of the most convenient setups. This box is very versatile, and so you can switch between your Xbox 360 and your PS3. One of the new things that version 2 has, and I found that very convenient to use and have access to. There's a quick close-up of all the cables that come with it. These 5 cables are at the end of the PS3 component. So it's the usual green, blue and red video cables, and the 2 audio. They're clearly marked, as you see here, and much like the previous cables, it follows back to a connector, which is in this case only a PS3, unlike the previous versions which had also the Xbox and the Wii connectors, but this one is only the PS3. And probably the reason why it's less of a bulk, because it doesn't have the connectors which go from the console back up to the TV. In this case it's just the HDMI, so it's a lot less clutter. At the back of the box you have two indicators. Both of these indicate when the device is actually powered up. The input power supply, the USB input, the AV in, which I will show you, and then you have the HDMI in and HDMI out. Now, much like previous versions of this recorder, you only need the input and output HDMI, so it uses a lot less space. This is the AV component input, which goes into the back of the HD PVR2 box, and this is the other side. Again, if you match up the video cables with the color coded cables at the back of the PS3 component cables, it's so easy. Just match up the three colors and the two audios. So this is a quick comparison of the two devices. This is my previous HD PVR gaming edition and the new HD PVR HD2. As you can instantly see, the design is designed as an X, so and when the green light's on, it's so much like the Xbox. But I like the design. I think it's something different. It's new. It's like I said, it's half the size, it's half the weight. Let's a quick look at the back of the original. Although I'm a fan of the HD PVR gaming edition, but this new version is half the size, and the major plus point is the fact that it has a record button on the actual box. So once it's all set up properly, you can just start recording with one click, and then it will buffer it to wherever you've pointed the drive to, so it will save it in that drive on your computer. Price wise, this is quite cheap as well, so it's roughly retails around about £160 in the UK, and it's definitely worth buying. As my first impressions, the actual device is, like I said, takes up half the space, it's half the size, it's half the weight. I'm not sure how it is in the long run, how it will work out in the long run, but my first impressions is that it's definitely an upgrade worth having. It avoids all these questions with regards to, is it compatible with my HD TV? My HD TV doesn't have component. If your HD TV doesn't have component, this is the one for you. Even if it works with components via your PS3 on the side where it matters, which is your HD TV, this is just a simple HD cable connect. Well guys, I hope you liked the unboxing, and stay tuned for my next video, which hopefully will be the setup. If you like this, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. This is Maximum X Gamer signing out.